no, I think we really ought to let people know what our type groups are about, because we've been doing them now for a couple of years. We run type groups for types 1, 2, 6, and 9. And they've really been great places for people to talk about their types. So let's talk a little bit about what happens in one of our type groups. If you decided, you saw the message, saw they were available, what would you expect when you come to a type group?
Well, I think what's so valuable about our type groups that people can expect is the voices, the opinions, the ideas of all the other types besides your type. They're not part of the landscape as much. You're coming to a landscape that is for your type specifically.
I know one of the things that people have said many, many times is some version of, oh, everybody gets me, or I I'm not judged for anything I say. And I know in the nines group in particular, since I'm a 9, there is that feeling that um, if you speak about something very particular about your type, you don't have to explain it, because everybody has a sense right away of what you're talking about and probably has experienced it themselves many times. So there's just that comfort with knowing you're in a group of people who get you, who understand you.
Yes, and it's great to just watch on screen when there's a lot of different shaking heads. Everybody's heads shaking up and down. Yep, yep. And
Yeah.
then we get to find out, yeah, we all share this thing in common as this type. And then the most beautiful part of it is when we get to hear everybody's individual version of
Yes.
of the common thing they all share, because they all have their own unique shade of the color of whatever thing we're talking about that is shared by everybody on screen.
I also like one of the ways we set things up. We set things up so the first part of the meeting is everybody sort of talking about issues they've had or anything they want to bring to the discussion. And sometimes we dwell a long time on something, especially if it's what everybody feels is really important at that moment to get a grip on. But then we spend time in pairs, in dyads, so people can go deeper and have really personal time talking to somebody else again who really understands them and their situation. And we get a lot of feedback about people liking that, enjoying that time where you get to talk to somebody very personally who's a lot like you.
Yeah. And it's not that there's no teaching component to our groups. You'll
Yes.
definitely get bits and pieces of information about the type that are really powerful and insightful, but it'll be situated mostly within heavy interaction. We talk, we discuss things, and we bounce ideas off of each other, and it's amazing what can happen when the first person's thought cues the second person's thought, cues the third person's thought, and it's a wildfire of insight sometimes. Yeah.
I also would want people to know that coming in, being a new person in a group is never a problem. We have people coming in all the time. We have our regulars who are there all the time. And then we have people who try it out. We may even have people who aren't sure what type they are and come into one of these 4 type groups and just sort of to sit, is this my territory? Does this feel really like me? And we have people from all over the world, because sometimes people Google about their particular type and up we pop. So I know we've had people from other countries show up in our type groups, which is always fun to have new members. So they're not huge classes. Everybody gets a chance to talk. Everybody gets a chance to participate and take their understanding of their own type to a deeper level. There's always something that we can pick up from these type groups. And you and I've been running them for a couple of years now, and I pick up things about being a 9 every time. So I'm sure that's true for you too.
Yeah, I still pick up things about being a 6, and every once in a while, we have people in our groups kind of lock on to each other and teach each other things, and we almost become observers of just this shared learning between two people or more of the same type just really locked on to a resonant idea together.
One of the things we really love about the classes and things we do is the individualized attention people get. So when you come, you know you're going to be able to take away something that leaves you feeling that you were seen, that you were heard, and that you're part of the group. So whether you're brand new, whether you're somebody who's come many, many times, you're instantly part of these type groups. And we really enjoy it when people come and join us and become regulars.